Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the next update for my year-long rolling project pan. I'm calling this my 21 in 2021, and before we jump into any of the products that I'm working on, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just start talking about where I am with all of these products. So the first product that I have to talk about is my foundation, or the first of two foundations that I'm working on in this project, and that is my Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation in the shade F2.5. So with this one, I have used it an additional 22 times in the past month, and I have actually managed to finish this up. I'm not sure you can see on the bottom here, but there are loads of scrape marks because I did actually use my makeup spatula as well to try to get out as much as possible. And I did take out a stopper, so hopefully you can see down there that this one is basically completely empty. There is obviously a little bit of product, but I don't think there's enough in there to cover my whole face like for another application. And also I just feel like it would take me forever to scrape that one use out of here, so I am calling this one quits. And I'm very excited about it because this was definitely not my favorite foundation. It was quite dry looking on my skin. I would say my skin is definitely quite dry. It can be a combination, but it's more on the dry, dehydrated side, so I feel like I need something more hydrating than this foundation. So I'm very excited to have used this up now, and I'm able to put this in my empty bin. And actually, if you did see my last empties video, this was featured in there, so it's going to go straight into my year-long empties. The second foundation that I'm working on in this project is my Dior Air Flash Foundation, and I have this in the shade 300. This foundation is one too dark for me, but too pink tone for me, so it's definitely not my favorite shade, and that's kind of why I'm trying to use this up. It is also a bit older in my collection, and how I've been using this is mainly to mix with this foundation here, but now this one is done, so I have actually been using this mixed with a different foundation, which is also what I'm wearing today, and I love it so much better. I really kind of realized how much I disliked that foundation when I was using it, so I'm really happy that that's done. But this one I'm still working on, and I feel like there's definitely quite a lot left in here. This one is hopefully going to go quicker in summer because I will be able to use more of this mixed into my foundations without them it turning out too dark, because hopefully I will be able to get a little bit of tan this summer, although we're still in lockdown here, so I'm not sure how much I will be able to go outside, but fingers crossed I can get a little bit of tan at least and be able to use this a bit more. But I have used this 25 times in the past month, and I think this progress is steady, but since this is an aerosol can, I have no idea how long I have left on this. So the third product that I'm working on in this project at the moment is my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in the shade light to medium, and this is another product that I've been wearing basically every single time I've done my makeup. I have 24 uses on this, and this is what it looks like at the moment, so I'm slowly wearing away of the sides. I really love this product, and it's a shame now that Becca is disappearing from the market. I did look earlier today about finding this product and buying a backup of it, because I feel like I do want to have a backup of it. So if I find somewhere it becomes available or back in stock, I will probably pick up another one of these because I do really like it. Otherwise, I'm thinking I might try the Charlotte Tilbury one because I've heard really good things about that one as well. But when I introduced this to the project, I remember saying that, oh yeah, I don't use an under eye corrector on an everyday basis anyway, so I don't really need this, I can just use it up and blah blah blah. But then now when actually using it in my everyday routine, I really like this, and it has made me use way less concealer, which is probably the number one thing that I like about this, because it's just so brightening that I feel like I don't need to use as much concealer, and it doesn't end up looking as cakey underneath my eyes, but it still does conceal it really well. So I absolutely love this product, and like I said, it is a shame that this will soon no longer be available. So moving on to more complexion products, the next product is my powder that I have in this project. This is the Makeup Gallery Smoothly Does It Pressed Powder, and I've been working on this since the start, and it was basically completely brand new when I rolled it in. This right here is where I was the last update, and as you can see I did hit pan before the last update, and this right here is where this powder is now. So I can definitely have larger pan in this month, and I have used this 28 times in the past month, which is lower than what I've done in previous months. The first month I used this 40 times, then 42, and like I said 28 in the past month, so not as much. I just feel like I haven't wanted to powder as much. But I definitely think this will be done this year. I'm not worried about it at all, and I think I will probably have this in for 1 more month before I have to repress it, because at the moment it's still fine to use, but I might repress it come next update. But we'll look at that when next update comes, because I really don't know where I'm going to be with this product in a month's time. A product that I did end up repressing this month though is my Hula Bronzer from Benefit. I did make a video about this, so if you haven't seen that, I will have that link down below so you can check it out. But it basically is one of my repressing sessions, and I decided to repress it this one. I have used this 27 times in the past month, and I did repress it after the first 10 uses. So I did use it 10 times before repressing it this month, so I've used it 17 times after repressing it. And this right here is what this product looks like now, so you can definitely see that the product is getting thinner, and I do have some mini kind of pans in there, I guess. But I'm not sure I will be able to finish this in the next month. I think this might be in for another 2 months, but at that point I definitely think this will be finished up. Another product that I've been using so much over the past month is my blush that I have in this project. This one is the Clinique Blushing Blush Powder in the shade Precious Posy. I have used this 25 times in the past month, and that is where I was at the last update, and this is where I am at the moment. So definitely no pan yet, and I don't think I'm close to pan either, but I can definitely see like a slight dip starting to form. Like it's very slight, and I don't think I could pick that up on camera, maybe if I slant like that. But yeah, it's not a very significant dip, but I can see it starting to form, which is quite nice. So I have no idea how long this is going to take to actually pan or use up, because this was also a completely brand new product when I rolled it into this project, so I'm expecting this to take quite a while because it is a blush also. But I have been enjoying working on it. It's a little bit more pink than I initially thought it would be. I'm actually not wearing this today. It's like the first time in ages I'm not wearing this blush, so I have really been reaching for this tons. But I just wanted to break today, and I also went for kind of more warm toned kind of shades on my face today, so that is why I decided to opt out of using this today. But anyway, I'm going to continue working on it, and it's been a really nice everyday blush. The next product that I have is my Benefit Brow Brow Pomade in the shade number 3. So this one I have actually decided to declutter. I came to the realization that I really don't like using this. I opted out using this quite a few times at the beginning of the month, and I do have 9 uses in this over the past month, so I did use it a bit. But the further into the month I got, the more I realized that every time I used this, I didn't end up liking how my eyebrows turned out. But when I did kind of skip this, I really liked how they came out. So for example, today I'm not wearing this, I'm just wearing kind of powders as well as a soap brow method. So I just felt like there's no point in kind of force myself to use this up when I don't like it. So I am decluttering this, and this is leaving my collection and this project. Next up we have my 2 eyeliners that are in this project. We're gonna start with this one here, which is again just a random eyeliner, which I don't know where it comes from. It says makeup liner on it, and it is in the shade number 2. That's all I know about this, but yeah, it's just like a silvery kind of white shimmery eyeliner, and I have used this a few times over the past month. I do have 7 uses on it, so a bit lower than I used in previous months, but it's still decent. Like I said, I'm planning this one as well, and I've just been kind of tired of using eyeliners because I've been using them so much over the past couple of months. But yeah, 7 uses on this, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you my progress lines. So here you have my piece of paper. You can see where I was when I started, and then the first couple updates and where I am now. So I do have some progress on it, but it's definitely slowed down compared to the first updates. And I do definitely have a long way to go. I feel like it looks way worse like when you look at the piece of paper than when you compare it to like real life, because in real life it doesn't look that like much, and also obviously the base I can't sharpen anyway, so I don't think it's going to take as long as like the paper might suggest, but it's still definitely going to be in here for quite a few more months. The second eyeliner that I'm working on in this project is my Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Zulu. This is just this kind of like tealy kind of mint shade, and I have really enjoyed working on this over the past month because I've been working on a few kind of mint shades in my collection, which is really nice. And I have used this 9 times over the past month, and that is exactly the same amount of uses that I had in the month prior. So yeah, I am making some steady progress, but I did talk about in the last update that I wanted to make more progress on this in this like past month than I had before, and obviously I didn't do that. I did have a suggestion trying to use this as an eyeliner with kind of like a neutral look, but I haven't gone around trying that yet, and I haven't really tried it as an eye base either. I mainly just used it on my waterline, and I think once I've used it maybe in my inner corner as well. And looking at a piece of paper, you can see that I have basically the same progress as I did before, so I still have quite a way to go on this, and I definitely, like I said, have to step up my usage to be able to use this up. And I think if I don't have more progress on this in the next month, I might roll this out and roll in another shade, because I do have quite a few other Colourpop cream liners that I want to get used out of this year before I end up decluttering them or using them up before the end of the year. So next update I might actually end up rolling that one out and switching the shade out, but we'll see how I feel next month. But I'm just hoping that I can get some more use out of the shade in the upcoming month. Then the final thing that I have in this project at the moment is my Bourjois Rouge and Velvet lip color. Like, it's a lipstick, I guess, or like a more of a mousse, I would say, and this is in the shade number 2, and I really like this. It's kind of like a raspberry red shade, and I have used this 13 times over the past month. These things last for absolutely ages, but when I do swirl it around I can see some windows, and I mentioned this last month as well, but there's definitely more windows this month than it was previous month. So I think this is one of those that I have to truck along with, and eventually I will be able to remove the stopper and then finish it up. So it's probably going to be in here for quite a few more months, but I don't mind that because it's a beautiful shade, and this kind of product is also one of my favorites in my collection. So since I have finished up the foundation and I'm decluttering the Ka-Brow brow pomade, I am rolling in 2 more products. I'm rolling in another foundation to replace the Revolution Conceal and Define foundation, and this is actually another Revolution product, which is the Revolution Pro, and this is the CC Perfecting Foundation in the shade F5.7. So I already have a lot of progress on this, as you can see, and I'm basically exactly where the gold bit ends. I will mark this with some nail polish after this video, or after filming this video, so that I can know where I am. But I honestly don't think this will gonna take too long, maybe like 1, maximum 2 months to finish up. But I just want to move it out, and also it is not my favorite foundation, but it's definitely more of a favorite than this one here. The final product I'm rolling into this project is actually another lip product. This one was in my shop, my stash, really recently, and it is getting a bit older in my collection, so I was thinking about decluttering it and using it in my shop, my stash. I was like, okay, I'm going to declutter this after my shop, my stash. But then I was using it one day and I realized there's a lot of windows showing in this product, and like, I don't know if you can see if I swirl it around, but I don't know, I can clearly see that there's tons of like windows showing. So I actually thought maybe I can pan this, and that's what I'm going to try to do. So this is a liquid lipstick. I haven't even said what it is, but this is a liquid lipstick from Sleek, and this is one of their Matte Me lip creams in the shade Petal. So yeah, this one I have had for quite a long time, and it's definitely time to use this up or declutter it. And I used to love this. It's really good to mix with because it's quite a light pink on its own, but it's nice to mix into other products, and that's kind of how I'm probably going to use it the most. I think it's going to be really nice to have this and mix with lipsticks, to like other lipsticks that I'm having, to kind of create new shades and not always be the same kind of shade, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try to pan this. It might be a mistake putting this into the project because it is a liquid lipstick, and I'm also panning a lot of other lip products. But it would be so satisfying finishing this up, and that is why I'm rolling this one in. But that, you guys, was it for this update. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you're doing a year-long project pan, let me know how you're doing down below. And other than that, I really hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!